And we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Mondo Market TV, the Crafting with Shalyn show. Today we have an amazing show for you. We're going to be demoing how to create a beautiful fall, autumn wall hanging, and you're going to love this. It's going to be fantastic. But listen, before we get started, don't forget to comment, like, and share. Let us know that you're out there. Remember that we're just friends hanging out, talking and crafting and just having an all-around great time. So let folks know that we're live. Share on your wall, share on your social media.
Everywhere.
And bring them over so that we can have a good time together. The more, the merrier. So welcome back, Shalyn.
Thanks. It's good to be back.
Yeah, good.
I love this place. I love Mondo Market TV. We have so much fun here. This is like our party hour.
Do. Yes.
Like we get a party hour.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is our time.
Yeah. It's girl time, craft time, guy time, whatever time you want it to be.
Yes.
This is who we are. So I'm excited today because this is a really fun craft. You're going to love how easy it is to put together. So when you buy the kit, I mean, you're going to be surprised that by the time you get it all done and you put it up on your door or you hang it on your wall, you're going to add that fall decor to your decor you already have. You're going to like it a lot. So we're just going to dive in and start.
Awesome. Let's do it. Yes.
Okay. So in your kit, you're going to get, it's just a muslin, kind of a canvasy type banner. And it comes with a rod and the string, so you're just going to be able to just take it right out of the package and start. And so what I did was I actually used, this is, it's a wax. It's from Waverly and it's brown and I love this. So we're going to put a little bit into a paint pot here. But remember in our other segments that we've done dry brushing, and that's all we're going to do this time. We're not going to paint. We're just dry brushing everything. So super fun, super easy. And I'm going to just show you how to do this. So just pour a little bit into your paint pot. I'm going to leave that on. And it doesn't take very much. You can either use an inch or a ½ inch, 3/4 inch dry brush, whatever you have at your house, that's what you can use. If you don't have one of these, you can always use one of these little paint brushes. They're like $1 at the hardware store. Sometimes you can get them for 50 cents, but they'll work just as fine. You just have to add a little bit more paint to it and apply it a little bit more. So I'm going to use both sizes of these today, but for the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our little paint pot, and I know this will sound weird, but I have a coffee filter here. This is what you can use when you start dry brushing. So you're just trying to get the paint right out of your brush. So we're gonna go like that. So basically I put paint into it and then I took it out. But it's just gonna leave it so it's dry.
And by the way, we have Myrna here with us, and she said, "Hola desde Lima, Peru." Welcome from Peru, Myrna.
That's awesome. Nice to have you here. Okay, so we're taking this and we're just gonna rub it. That's all we're doing. No circular motions unless you want to, but we're just gonna add this dark edge. And I've got my tiles again because they're easy to wipe off. So make sure when you're doing this that you do it on a surface that you're not gonna permanently, damage. Because some of these paints will stay on and they won't come off. So make sure wherever you're putting it that you do it so it's not permanent. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more. I mean, this is easy. I love this craft. When I started doing this, I thought, oh yeah. And my daughter said this morning on one of my posts, she's like, I love this. And I said, oh, Girl Craft Day. So that's what we're gonna end up doing, is doing one of these for our Girl Craft Day. Now you can take the edges of it and you can make it a little darker if you want, or you can leave it just the way it is. So that's what I did for the edges. I started on the edges first because I wanted to make them darker. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lightly, can you see how light I'm doing that? Just lightly go across the top.
That looks pretty already.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It changes the whole look of it.
I like that.
So you can do like a copper. You could do a and I'll show you what a copper looks like, but there's like so many different colors you can do. You can choose whichever one you want. I just used a brown wax from Waverly because I really like it a lot.
By the way, Wilma is here with us today.
Wilma!
Welcome, Wilma.
Wilma!
It wouldn't be a party without Wilma.
That's right.
And she said, hi, I liked, shared, and missed you all last week.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, life kind of gets in the way sometimes.
Yes, sometimes.
But it's all good. Everything is great, and we are back, and we are not leaving you for a long time. So we're excited. So I'm going to put a little bit of this copper on the edge just to show you what it looks like. But this is awesome. And now, you remember when you use a metallic, it will go a long ways. So I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm going to dip it in, and I'm only going to use a little tiny bit. And I'm going to take my little coffee filter here. I mean, you can see the difference, just a little bit of a different color, but look how it changed the edge of that. So again, be really, generous in your colors, but I would just keep it one color unless you're really good at blending. If you're really good at blending, then do whatever. And try not to get it on your string. And you can change the string out if you want. If you don't like the string, you can change it into a ribbon. So again, I'm just gonna keep going like this. And there you go. We've changed the color. That is, I love that. I love when we can take a craft and change it into something different. So now what we're gonna do is you know what, first I'm gonna do this. So in your kit, you're gonna get a medallion. And it just says, Hello Autumn. And I love these medallions. And I always leave the sticker on the back. I don't know why I do that, but we're gonna pull a little piece of this off. So the same thing you're gonna do with your medallion, you're gonna do with the muslin itself. And I told you I love skewers. I love skewers. I carry these with me in all my craft stuff. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna move this to the side, take that. Maybe I'll do the copper on this one. We'll kind of change it up a little bit. And I'm just gonna wipe this out again. So anything you have at home that you can brush on, do it.
But the coffee filter works great.
Coffee filters are awesome. I mean, they really are. And I love paper towels. Parchment paper is really good too.
By the way, we've got Katie Storbo, and she says, we love you, Shalyn.
Oh, we love you, Katie. Hi, Finley. There's just so many wonderful people in this world. I have really great neighbors. I love them. Okay, so between our fans and the people that we know, we have a very blessed life. Mm-hmm. Life is good. So see, this is all I'm doing. I'm not even painting this, which is so cool because you don't really have to. So I'm just...
Well, I like that too because you get the green of the wood comes through and it's pretty.
Yeah, well, okay, fall is natural. Like everything changes, all the colors change. The smell in the air changes, everything changes, and we want to keep things pretty much neutral. I mean, you know, we want to have things that are pretty and soft because the color's changing, and then once you get into Halloween and Christmas, then it can go bright. So you can do that. So, all right, now we have our medallion done, and it's going to go right in the middle here. Now we're going to do our leaves. Okay, this is really cool. This is one of my favorite things. So I just have just a very, I don't know what you call it. I call them straw brushes. I know it's not the technical name, but it's just a brush that if you did ruin it, you'd be fine. You know, you don't have to worry about chucking it. And I am going to pour some of this. I love glitter glue. Glitter glue is awesome. And so I'm just going to pour a little bit into one of my paint bowls. Now remember, it is glue. So if you're gluing something on your project and you get it onto a table or something, sometimes they don't come off. So just be aware of that. So we are going to take our leaves, and in your kit, you're going to get these different colored leaves. And these are awesome. These are felt leaves, but they're stiff. So you're going to get these. There's 4 colors in each style. I know. I just think they're so cool. And then what we're gonna do is we are just gonna basically take this, our glue paint.
By the way, Robin says hello. Hello, Robin.
Hi, Robin. Hi, how are you? Oh, our fans are really cool. We have really cool fans. And they're from everywhere. That's what's so awesome. So, Kay, again, I'm just gonna go like this.
So you got the glitter glue and you're brushing
the glitter
it on.
glue. And that's all I'm doing. Now, granted, you do not have to use glitter glue on these. This is just something that I chose to do. If you want to keep them very natural and neutral, it's awesome, no problem. So basically, I'm just gonna hurry and do these really quick.
And how much are you putting on there? Is it quite a bit?
Not very much. No, I'm just kind of lightly, well, that one's thick, but just kind of tap the edge of your brush. Get, you know, just a little bit on the edge, because a little bit goes a long ways. This stuff will scatter everywhere.
By the way, Judy Guay says, you are so gifted, creative, and amazing. Love you.
Judy's awesome. Judy's cool. There's some amazing people in this world, and I love it. You might have to pull a few of these little tabs out where it was punched, so just make sure you kind of be aware of that. And then we're just gonna keep going.
And they're fun shapes too. I like the leaves. They're not just little boring leaves. They're pretty.
Well, they're pretty, and they're also pretty stiff. So you don't have to worry about them like going like this on your craft, because some felts are so soft that you have to stiffen them up. These, I mean,
high quality.
These are pretty good. So let's get these on here, and then but you know me, I do the Shay way. So this is for people who want to do and make things absolutely structured perfect. I'm going to show you a faster way, because this is what I do.
So how about before you do the faster way, because
Yes.
I know some folks are like, okay, well, where can I get those cool leaves and that the medallions and the muslin and all that? Well, okay, I'll tell you. You go to mondomarkettv.com, do that right now, and you can get, it is called the Muslin Wall Hanging Kit, and it comes with pretty much everything that you need. You'll get, here, in fact, I'll eat it, you'll get the felt leaves, one wood medallion, the muslin, rod and string, instructions, and reference pictures. And of course, you can always reference back to this video right now.
Yes.
But it's a beautiful project that you'll be able to create. It comes with everything that you need, high quality felt, and it's a fantastic and fun project for you to do by yourself, with family, with girlfriends. It's really an all-around super cool, fantastic kit for you to have. Just go to mondomarkettv.com. During the next 24 hours, we have a special sale going on, so take advantage of that.
Awesome. And while we were talking, did you see how fast I did this?
You just put it on there? Are you gluing it on there?
I'm going to glue it on.
You're just seeing where it goes.
But I'm actually placing them because I'm going to actually just pull and glue, and then I'm going to put the glitter on top. So if you want to glitter them each individually, that's awesome, and you can do that. But you know me, I like to do things efficiently, fast, get her done. But I also want to make sure that I can do it fast and I don't put the project away.
So the Shay way for this, basically, that you showed us, is basically you're putting it on there just how you want it.
Right.
And then
I'm going to glue it. Then I'm going to glitter it.
Oh,
so
glue and glitter.
If you want to individually glitter them, like I said, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I just know, okay, how many of you out there, you purchase crafts that you want to do and then you do them halfway and then you're done. And they go in a box. Me. I've done it many times. So I found over the years that if I do things that are quick, but look really good, and I learned to cut corners but not quality. So there's a big difference. You can cut a corner and try and make it look, you know, it's okay, but you still want the quality to look good. So that's what I did here. I thought, well, if I get them all together, now see, sometimes they come in the little kit, and I'll try to make sure that you don't have any that don't have the holes or the things that are cut out. Let me see if I've got some right here. So when you put these on here too, try not to put the same color on top of the other color, because that way you want it to still look good. But if you put all the colors together, it's going to be kind of like, you know, mold into each other. And then you're like, oh man. So easy. And then I'm going to glue this on. But first I'm going to.
It's very cute.
Isn't that cute? It is so cool. It's so fun.
And when you put the medallion in there, it changes everything.
It does. But you could do the medallion, and if you decided you wanted to add a few extra little things that you have at your house, I would totally do it. So ribbons, anything like that, totally up to you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside really quick. I am going to start gluing. So I'm gluing the bottom first, and it would help if I had a glue stick. So I'm going to glue the bottom first. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you do your tips. Do all your tips, get those all down, and then after you've done your tips, try not to let the glue go through the holes. So, because you have so many holes in here that when you glue it, you want to make sure that it's actually glued like right to it.
Mirna says, hermoso trabajo, looks cute.
Oh, I'm so glad you can interpret. That's awesome. So, okay, here we're going to do the tips.
Katie said, yay for glitter.
Yay.
Right?
Katie understands me. Katie understands, yep. Glitter is good. I like glitter, and then there are times where I don't. So, but
I have yet to see.
I know. I'll find you something. Yep. We'll do something that doesn't have glitter. But for a craft that you're going to put on the door or somewhere on your wall.
It's perfect.
Yeah, you want it to shine. That's what you did. You're making a project, and so you want to make sure that everybody can see it and go, oh, you know.
So now you're starting with the second level.
Yes.
The second layer.
Second layer. So I've gone through and done all the base ones. Now here's the second layer, and like I say, I'm doing the tips again. So you don't have to glue the whole leaf. Just do the tips at first. Then you can go back and secure it. If you want, you can use tacky glue. You can use, well...
If it's going to sit outside or on a door where you have sun...
Make sure it's waterproof.
Okay, waterproof.
Yeah, waterproof. It does get wet. And if it's too hot, sometimes your glues will melt. I know they have some hot glues that are like iron steel.
Really?
So once you glue it...
Just glued.
It's there. You don't have to worry about it ever disappearing. So... get some of these on here. So now I've done all the tips. So those are all done. And then I'm going to go through and I'm just going to glue these down. Because the reason why I'm doing this too is because if I make a mistake and I have a little bit of glue on my tip and then I decide I want it to be somewhere else, I can move it. But if you glued the whole leaf down and then all of a sudden you're like, that just does not look good, then you're kind of out of luck. So we're going to do this. And I'm just gluing the bottoms. So again, we're just gluing different things down that's going to help us because your medallion's going to hold a lot of this down. So there we go.
Ta-da.
I mean, isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm. Very.
So now you can do the glitter. So let's take this back over there. Oh, and look, strings. I should give this to you and have you pull the strings off.
Oh, I've been eyeing them.
You like the strings.
I like to remove the strings.
Well, it's really crazy, but when you're a crafter and you see stuff that kind of drives you a little crazy, you just want to go fix it. Even if it's not your craft, you just kind of want to go fix it. I've done that many times, and I'm sure over the years my kids have been very embarrassed, but it's all good. So we're going to brush those away. Your brush will help you get some of those strings off too. If you're using tacky glue, so if you've got something like this where it's a tacky glue, give it about 2 or 3 hours to dry because you'll move your leaves. If you start doing this really hard, you'll move the position of your leaves. So again, I'm just going to put a little bit here and there. And I'm actually going to let it go onto the canvas, the muslin. So don't be afraid, be generous.
But that way it is a lot faster than going individual leaf.
Yes. But it also saves you a little bit of stress too, because sometimes you'll do the leaves and then you think, why did I do that? You want it to just have a cool look. And because it's glue glitter, if you get some underneath your leaves, it's going to glue it. So, and they have all kinds of glue glitters everywhere now. So just kind of, especially where it's back to school, I saw a bunch of sales on different colors. Like when I was growing up, glue was one color, white. We didn't even have a clear hardly. And if we did, it was like poisonous or toxic. And they'd tell you not to put it in your mouth. So, I know, and I used to put it in my mouth. But now there's like, when I was in the craft store earlier this week, I kind of had to laugh because there's like magenta, purple, black, green, yellow, and I'm thinking I would be a different person if I'd had that. But, okay, so there we go. I've done all my leaves, and now I'm just going to do this to the canvas.
Whole canvas?
Yep. Yep.
All sparkles.
It's just enough to give it a little bit of a sheen, but it's not going to be super thick. But I mean, there you go. It changes everything. If you look at the example, there's quite a bit of glitter on that. And you can use different colors. You can do gold. This is just an orange. You could do gold. You could do copper. I thought the orange looked a little coppery to me, so I really liked that. But check it out.
Yeah. Let's show it on this
that?
camera. I want to see if it makes if it shines. If I can get it to shine. Let's see. What do you say?
Cool?
Oh,
I
maybe
think
if I
it's pretty.
point it.
Yeah, I think it's really pretty.
It's very pretty.
So again, the easiest way to do the craft is the way that you want to do it to make sure that it's done right.
Your way.
Your way. So whatever your name is, if it's Wilma, you say Wilma way. If it's Nash way, you know, you do it. That's why we call it the Shea way.
That's right.
So I'm going to pull this white up.
So while you're putting that out, don't forget, go to mondomarkettv.com. You can do that right now and take advantage of the special promo that we have, introductory price, and get your muslin wall hanging kit. It's fantastic. It comes with everything that you need. You'll get the felt leaves, and you see the different colors that they come in, the different shapes. They're super pretty, high quality felt. You get the wood medallions, which are super unique and very, very cute.
Super cute.
You get the muslin flag, the background, the canvas that we're building upon, and of course the rod and the strings and instructions, and you can always come back to this video as well for the step-by-step instruction. So it's a fantastic kit, super fun project for you to create with some girlfriends and just have an all-around great time. So go to mondomarkettv.com right now to get your kit today.
And have it at your house.
That's right.
That is. I've decided I'm going to add just a little bit more. I want this darker. So see, this is the cool thing about, you know, when you start doing stuff and then you look at it and you think, nah, I want a little darker. I'm funny about it that way. I'll do something and then I'll look at it. Next day I'll go change it. Because I like to do things that fit my personality.
Let me see that medallion before you show. I want to show it to them before you
two
glue it on.
tones.
Look at this. Look how cute this is. Hello, Autumn. And I love the leaves because it just really adds to the overall project. And you can paint it any which color you want.
Yeah. So you don't have to use this brown wax that I have. If you get a stain and you decide to do a stain on here, I mean, how gorgeous would that be to have a stain on it? So you could, like I say, you can do anything you want. And I'm just going to dry brush this a little bit darker.
You want.
That's right. Don't they have a song from that in the 80s?
Yeah.
I think it's from Journey, but I'm not sure. I could win karaoke, but that's about all I can do. I can lip sync. So see, I've just darkened my edges, but I've left the middle light. So you can do that if you want. Yeah, and then like on your muslin here, if you decide you want it just a little bit darker, just add a little more pressure, because the pressure is what determines the color. So if you've got a lot of pressure on it, so I think I'm just going to add a little bit more. But check that out. And I just, I think it's really fun when fall comes and you start getting all the different leaves, the color of leaves. I don't know about you, but in our area, we have mountains that the leaves turn all the time. And oh my gosh, I just love it. And my husband and I are, we're like really weird. We'll see something and go, oh, those are so pretty. Because they ombre from the green to the lime green to the yellow to the orange. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So again, I'm just gonna add a little bit more dark. And it's okay if you go over your leaves. There you go. Super fun. So now I'm gonna glue this on. We're gonna put it in the middle.
So just a little bit of glue in the middle?
A little bit of glue. This one, make sure you have quite a bit of glue where there's no letters or
holes.
Holes, yeah. Because this one you want it to stick. You don't want this one to drop off. So make sure it's straight. Plop your medallion down. Ta-da. Push. If you do get glue and it gets into the middle here, the only way I would get it out is probably a small needle or a pin. So, okay. And I'm gonna add glitter. So it's really cool. We're just gonna do a little bit. I mean, a little bit. I'm not gonna do a lot because everything else has quite a bit of glitter. And glitter automatically, I know it says glue on it, it will fall off eventually. So, you know, don't be surprised if you see a little bit of it off at the end of the season, but that's okay. You can always add more. So we'll just do a little tiny bit here. Cool. There we go.
Super pretty.
There we go. So now you can show that.
Autumn decoration. And extreme, super unique, so pretty, gorgeous. Look at it.
And I really have not seen one of these anywhere. So yes. I like having unique things that don't look like you just got it from the local craft store boutique.
Yes,
I mean, exactly. I love to make stuff.
And look how gorgeous this is, right? I mean, it's stunning. I love it.
And then sign the back of it. Sign the back that says when you made it and what year it was. And that way when your kids look at it, when they're going through your stuff, after a while,
yes.
they're gonna be like, oh, my mom made that whatever time of the year it was, so, or whatever year it was, which is really kind of cool.
Make sure you get your kit today. It's just $12.95. Can you believe it? Comes with the muslin, comes with the felt flowers, high quality felt, different colors, variety of shapes. It comes with the medallion, the string, the rod, everything that you need, instructions, and you can always reference back this video. So it's a fantastic kit, fun project, fast project. I also love that. Yes. So all you have to do is go to mondomarkettv.com to get yours today.
Okay, now I want to show you one more way to do the leaves.
Do it.
So I'm going to show you a little bit more. So I'm going to move this to the side. So if you're not a big glitter fan where you want glitter all over it, but you do want a little bit, my suggestion to you is take your leaves and get your glitter glue has a tip on it, and it's a pretty good tip, so you can at least line it. Take your innards out. That's what I call it, my innards. And then you can line it. But if you do this with every single leaf, make sure you give it at least a day to dry. Don't try and glue on top of it because it'll be wet and it won't work. And you know, I am really weird, but I do not like these little tab things. I'm gonna save my lid, but I want that out of my way. So you're gonna get it to come down, and it's really thick. So just be aware that it is a really thick, and because it's live TV, it doesn't come out. This is where you get your skewer. So just try and line it and put it into a little thing. If we can't get this, I've got a red one. I always have a backup, so we're gonna do this. This is gonna work, right, Nash?
There we go.
There you go. So take your leaf and you can just do this.
Oh, like trace it.
Yeah. But it's gonna dry a little bit smaller. So it looks kind of big right now and you're like, oh, Shalyn, ugh. No. It will dry flat and you will have a nice line. So just make sure that when you do it, you make sure that your line is actually pretty accurate to your edges. And then once you do that, it's really
like
kind of cool. So you're just kind of lining it up. And you're going to have to put your thumb in the middle because I watched a lady do this one time with, I don't know if you guys remember puff paint, but she lined a bunch of crafts on a needle. And I couldn't believe it. She had a little needle, was holding it, and she was doing puff paint like this. And I thought, man, that is such a great talent. So see the difference in that?
Yes.
And then if you do one that's just, I'm going to do the same color here. So this is the difference of what it's going to look like if you do it all by hand and you just brush it on. So it is a huge difference. So depending on how you want your craft to look, like I say, you do it your way. I'll give you the keys and you just fly with them. So see, there's the difference. So lining it and then just brushing it on. This will dry lots faster. This, give it a day, at least a day. So pretty good, pretty easy,
nice.
pretty fast.
Very easy, fast, fun, pretty.
There you go.
MondoMarketTV.com. Get yours today, $12.95. It's a steal.
It's a steal.
And it's so much fun.
Yes.
So you'll get everything you need in the kit. You're going to get the high quality felt flowers in the variety of shapes and colors. You'll get the medallion for the middle that says Hello Autumn. You'll get the muslin canvas where you're building upon that, the flag, the rod, and the string with instructions and this video that you can reference back to. MondoMarketTV.com. Get yours today. It's 24 hours only for the special promo, so $12.95. Do it right now. Any final comments you'd like to leave our friends with today?
Do you know, I just say craft on.
Yeah.
Craft on. I love this season. I so love this season. So every time I go into the craft stores, I'm like a total weirdo. I'll just admit it. Between that and the home department stores where you go in the lumber stores.
The hardware store.
Oh man, I go into there and I smell the wood, and you know, I can pretty much tell you what wood is wood because that's why I was raised. My dad was a finish carpenter. And I just love the smells, but I love the creativity. And I love how we can take a blank canvas like a Muslim banner and turn it into something beautiful. That's what we are. We are crafters, we are artists, and we craft on. So
that's right. We craft
hashtag craft on.
I like that. All right. And don't forget, we're here every week let's see, today's Wednesday. So let me tell you, Mondo Market TV has a grid of shows. So we have on every Wednesday, we have Crafting with Shalyn, and they're all pretty much at the same time, I think. Crafting with Shalyn, 3 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Eastern. Then on Thursdays, we have the Sparkle of Creativity with Shahar, same time, 3 Mountain, 5 Eastern. And on Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, we have the Glass Hour with Jody McCraney Rusho for Glass Artists. And that is at 4 p.m. Mountain, 6 Eastern. So always tune in, MondoMarketTV.com. And remember what she said, craft on.
Craft on.
See you next time.